Hello, here's just a quick video explaining how to use the National Climate Change Viewer for Module 6.1 Formative Assessment, and you also use this viewer again in the Summative Assessment for Module 6. So here we are on the course textbook page for Module 6.1 Formative Assessment. If we scroll down just a little bit here, we can see here's a link to the National Climate Change Viewer. So we'll click on that link and it should take you to a page that looks like this. We'll accept terms of use, and now we're in the viewer. And I just wanted to share with you a little bit about some of the different buttons and pull down menus and what to use and what to ignore. First off, here's a time period, so we can look at an annual mean, which for most of the questions in the formative assessment, you're just going to use the annual mean, so we can leave it on annual mean. And we're going to leave this on mean model. It gives us an average model results. This one you are going to change. These are the different variables that you can plot: maximum temperature, minimum temperature, precipitation, runoff, snow, and soil storage. So those are the 6 variables that you'll look at in the Module 6 formative assessment. So you can see if we change the variable, the map changes a little bit. You can choose different regions. For the first part of the formative, just leave it on the entire United States. You could pick a different state if you'd like. For example, here's Colorado, and then it actually shows the counties, and then you can choose a particular county if you'd like, and it'll highlight it and will give you data for that county. But for now, we're just going to leave this as the whole United States, like this. So for the first part of the module, you're really just going to look at the map. You'll change the variables and look at the map. If you scroll down, there are a couple of graphs down here. If you're on this climograph histogram, you can see in this graph we're looking at minimum temperature. And so this is minimum temperature by month using that mean model. So the blue is the actual measured minimum temperature for the time period averaged over the time period 1950 to 2005. The red line is showing you what the mean model predictions are for the average temperature by month for the time period 2050 to 2074. You can also click on the time series tab. The black line is showing historic measured data, and the red and the blue line are different carbon emission scenarios. So the blue line is a low carbon emission scenario, and the red line is a high carbon emission scenario. So this is projecting how minimum temperatures will increase averaged over the continental United States. So you can see at the end of the time period during which we have recorded data, which ends in 2005, the annual mean temperature for the continental United States was 41.3 degrees Fahrenheit, and this is minimum temperature. Low carbon emission scenario suggests that by 2099 it might be 45.9 degrees Fahrenheit. High carbon emission scenario up to 51.1 degrees Fahrenheit. So for the first part of the formative assessment, like I said, you're just going to stay on this map of the US, change the variable. The scale is given at the bottom. Some of them, the colors are a little bit difficult to see. So for example, for precipitation, it's really a minor increase, the light green, or a minor decrease in precipitation. And runoff, and snowpack, and soil storage. So those are the 6 maps that you'll use. And then you'll look at the monthly map and the time series. So in this case, we're showing here's historic data of soil moisture storage, and then model predictions for soil moisture storage showing a larger decrease for high carbon emission scenario and a slightly smaller decrease for lower carbon emission scenario.